Wonderful to be here with you all tonight. My name is Claudia Balducci. I am on the King County Council currently. I represent District 6, which is about 2/3 each of Bellevue, Kirkland, and Redmond, all of Mercer Island, all of the Points communities. And I've lived in that community. I'm a member of the 41st. I got redistricted 2 years ago. I was a 30-year member of the 48th, and now a proud member of the 41st. So nice to see you all tonight. I do what I do, and I'm running for King County Executive because I fundamentally believe in the power of government, especially local government, to make lives better. To make lives better for all the people in our communities. I come from a family of public servants. I know when people hear I'm from Bellevue, they think we must come from money, but my mom is a retired elementary school teacher. My stepfather, who passed recently, was a retired court officer, and my one and only sibling is a retired firefighter. So I'm the only one who's failed to retire in my family thus far, but we are all public servants. I'm a labor lawyer by training, but I didn't love practicing, so this is my 25th year working for King County. I like to tell people that I started at the ground floor. I was a supportive worker in the Labor Relations Department. I supported the labor negotiators. And when I hit my 20th year, I was the chair of the King County Council, so I have this really cool certificate that says, "Dear Claudia, congratulations on your 20 years, signed down, Claudia." And I am just so proud of what we're doing in our local government, now more than ever. I mean, I have a stump speech that I give where we talk about working on public safety and true public safety so that people get the investments they need and we have safe streets so that we have a healthy community. I talk about housing and all the work we need to do and are doing on housing. And I talk about transportation. And it all seems a little beside the point tonight, doesn't it? Because what's happening now, as we were sitting here, I got a message from some people that I know saying that today the U.S. Department of Transportation announced that they are suspending and reviewing all green infrastructure investments and all bicycle investments. And this is every single day. Every day. The first day we heard that the federal government was going to suspend federal funding, we got calls from our district, and I'm sure you all did too. But the first one I got was from Friends of Youth. That is the organization in East King County that provides housing for homeless young people. And they said if their federal draws that they have been awarded, that they got, through their effort, duly got, from grants, weren't honored, they would have to close their doors within days, not weeks. And that's kids on the street. And this is what we're facing. This is what we are up against. And local government, we have got agency. There are things we can do. We can't do everything. If the feds decide they're not going to spend $400 million a year in roads funding, we're not going to be paving the big roads anyway. We're just going to have to wait on that. But we can protect the people who are the most at risk. We can protect those young people from being homeless. We can protect our LGBTQ plus community by never ever giving up on our values and by standing up for them regardless of what we're threatened with. We can stand up for our immigrant communities no matter what we're threatened with. I heard a speech earlier this week and somebody said something that is going to stay with me, and that is, autocracy is voracious. If you feed it, it will want more and more and more and more. And so what we need to do at local government is stand up for our values, and when Trump says, we're going to take away your money, do it. Do it. We're not going to give in, we're not going to bend the knee, we're not going to stop standing for our values. We're not going to erase DEI from our websites. We're not going to stop caring about racial justice. We're going to continue doing what we do. And so that is not normally what I say when I stand up in front of these rooms, but I have to say today I'm just motivated that this is what we have to do as local government. I wanted to say a few things about myself. Everywhere I've been in my career, I have made change, and that's what I want to do at King County as well. When I was in Bellevue, we had 0 permanent homeless shelters, no emergency shelters at all. We had some church basements, rotating type things, and much like the city of Burien, we had residents who did not want homeless shelters anywhere, and city council members who would listen to them and say, not here, you're importing Seattle's problems. This is what I hear from where I am. You're importing Seattle's, right? It's a good thing to laugh at, because in fact it is quite the opposite, right? The suburbs have been exporting our problems for decades, which is why where I work in Pioneer Square looks the way it does, because there's 1,000 shelter beds in that one small neighborhood. I fought as the mayor of Bellevue with my colleagues, the mayor of Kirkland and the mayor of Redmond, to create the first ever suite of homelessness shelters, which we now have several hundred beds for young people, for women and families, and for men. And that was a hard thing to do, but that's what we have to do. And through this kind of work, I've built partnerships with cities throughout the county. I've built leadership in regional roles. I'm the former president of the Puget Sound Regional Council. We can do a lot together. I'm not keeping really good time. Can I, with some way? Okay, thanks. I think I'm probably most famous for fighting and winning the Battle of Light Rail in East King County. We've got some fairly wealthy people over there. One of them is a well-known... I love that the lines land here. That's not good. You may know him by name, Kemper Freeman, and he has invested millions and millions of his own money to try to fight transit off. Why? Because it brings those people, right? Like he's actually quoted in the newspaper saying things like that. So we had to fight a big battle over years. We fought in court. We fought at the ballot box. We fought in the city council dais where there was every single cycle. We had to, people came after us and tried to get us thrown out of office because we supported having inclusive transportation. And we won. And you can ride it today. And by the end of next year, this year, you'll be able to ride from Seattle through Judkins Park over to East King County.
Ready.
Thank you. And I know this is a bigger discussion in this room, but I can't wait to push to get light rail to West Seattle. I know not everybody feels cool about that. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to make this happen, and we're going to make it happen in a way that is a net benefit to the community. I also worked very, very hard to try to make sure that there is enough housing for people in our community. I live in a place, we all live in a place that is becoming not just expensive, but exclusive. People are being pushed out, and they can't afford to live where they work. There's not enough housing for young people, for seniors on fixed incomes, for folks who work here in our communities that cannot afford to live here. I have been a champion of programs that have created over 3,000 units of affordable housing, affordable homes right next to light rail stations that didn't exist before. I have helped to organize all of the cities, including Seattle and King County, to do the comprehensive planning we've all been talking about. We're planning for affordability for the first time ever. Never been done before because of work that I have helped champion. And that will open up the possibility for up to 200,000 more affordable homes in the coming years throughout King County so people can live near where they want to be. These are the sorts of things I fight for. The next county executive needs to continue fighting for these things and clean water and a lot besides, and I'm getting a little bit of I should stop. So, thank you so much. It's lovely to get to meet you all. I hope to get to talk.